Have you ever really thought about what happens when you go online? I mean, you type something, you click, and bam, the answer is right there. It feels instant. But what's actually going on in that split second? Well, today we're going to pull back the curtain and trace that incredible, invisible journey your request takes literally across the globe, from your fingertips to some computer far away and all the way back again. It really does feel like magic, right? But it's not. In that tiny sliver of time, a super precise high-speed relay race kicks off across a global network. It's a whole story of digital messages, secret code names, and massive physical cables. So let's start this journey right where you are right now. All right, so it all begins with a simple click. It starts with the device you're holding in your hands or sitting on your desk, and that one special program you use to tap into this wild world of information. That first tool is your web browser. Chrome, Safari, Firefox, one of those. You can think of it as your personal window to the internet, but it's also a master translator. Its most important job is to take all that raw computer code, which honestly just looks like a mess of symbols to us, and magically assemble it into this sleek, interactive websites we use every single day. Now that browser software is running on your actual hardware, your phone, your laptop, whatever you're using. In the tech world, this whole combo is called the web client. This is the starting line. When you type in a web address and hit enter, it's the client that fires the starting pistol for this whole race. So your client is all revved up and ready to make a request. But how does it know where to send it? Just like sending a letter, it needs an address. And in the digital world, every destination actually has two different addresses. There's one for us, and then there's one for the computers. First, you've got the address that we humans use, the URL. We use names like google.com because, let's be honest, they're easy to remember. It's kind of like telling a friend, hey, meet me at the Main Street Cafe, instead of giving them the exact GPS coordinates. But computers, they don't really do names. They need cold, hard, precise coordinates. And that's where the IP address comes in. It is a completely unique string of numbers, kind of like a phone number, for every single device that's connected to the internet. Your phone has one, and the website you're trying to reach has one too. This slide really nails that crucial translation. We type in the easy, memorable name, the URL. The system then instantly looks that name up in a giant digital phone book to find its real, numerical street address, the IP address. Every single time you browse, this lookup happens in the blink of an eye. It's the first critical handoff in the relay race. Okay, so once your browser has that IP address, your request gets packaged up and sent on its way. It zips out of your device and hits the digital highway. But you gotta understand, this isn't just one road. It is a mind-bendingly complex web of interconnected networks. The first leg of the journey is super local. It's your home or office network, your Wi-Fi router. Its main job is to grab that request from your device and pass it on to your internet service provider. Think of it like pulling out of your driveway to get onto the main street. And from that main street, your request merges onto the internet itself. And the internet isn't one single thing. It's what we call a network of networks. It's this massive global mesh of fiber optic cables buried under oceans, data centers the size of small cities, and even satellites orbiting the Earth, all working together to move data at pretty much the speed of light. Now, you might be wondering, with trillions of these little data packets flying around the globe every second, how does it not turn into total chaos? Well, we use rules, or protocols. You can think of them as the traffic laws of the internet. TCP/IP, for example, is like the rule for how to package your data and address the envelope. And HTTP is the specific language you use to say, hey, can you please send me this web page? These rules are the universal grammar of the internet, making sure every message gets where it's going. After blazing across this global network, your request finally arrives in the right neighborhood. Now, it just has to find the exact building that holds the information you're looking for. That building it's searching for is called a web server. Now, this isn't like your laptop at home. This is a super powerful, high-performance machine, probably sitting in a huge air-conditioned warehouse that does nothing but store website files and listen for requests like yours, 24/7. Your little request just knocked on its front door. And when you imagine all of these servers all over the world, all connected, well, that's the World Wide Web.
This is a really important distinction. The internet is the physical network, the roads and highways. The World Wide Web is the collection of all the destinations, all the libraries, shops, and houses that exist along those roads.
So inside one of these giant digital libraries, your request is looking for one specific book, and that book is a website. It's a whole collection of related pages, all filed under one name, like wikipedia.org. And just like a book, it has a cover, that's the homepage, and a whole bunch of different pages inside. And there it is, mission accomplished. After traveling maybe thousands of miles in just milliseconds, navigating a global maze, and finding the one right computer out of millions, your request has found the exact document it was sent to retrieve, one single webpage.
But hold on, the journey isn't quite over yet. Finding the page is one thing, actually seeing it is another. The server now has to send all that information all the way back to you, where your browser has one last super important job to do.
See, the server doesn't send you a finished picture of the website. That would just be way too slow. Instead, it sends the blueprint, a document written in a language called HTML. This is basically just a text file with a bunch of instructions, like put the big headline here. This picture goes on the right. Your browser then acts like a construction worker, reading that blueprint and building the final visual page right there on your screen. And the real magic, the thing that unlocks the whole system, is the hyper part of HTML. That stands for hypertext. And hypertext gives us these clickable links, hyperlinks. They're what turn a flat, static document into a web, letting you jump from one idea to the next, from one page to another, with just a simple click. So far, we've pretty much only talked about getting information from the internet, which we call downloading. But this whole thing is a two-way street. Every time you post a photo to social media, send an email, or fill out a form, you're doing the exact reverse. You're uploading, sending your own data back out onto that same global highway. And this incredible system is the foundation for almost everything we do in the digital world. It's not just for looking at websites. It's what allows creators to publish their own blogs, for communities to gather in online forums, and even for people to work together by remotely logging into computers from halfway across the world. So the next time you hit enter, just take a second to remember what's really happening. It's this invisible, lightning-fast dance of technology. It's a global conversation happening between machines, all working together to bring you what you want in the blink of an eye. This system has already completely changed our world, and it really makes you wonder, what's the next leap forward going to make possible?